Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book 91. I am sitting down with Alex. Yes, I know you guys have been paying attention to Ready to Love. You've been seeing all the cast come out and interview myself, but this is a special one. Quite recently on a live with Courtney, Alex was there and she told her truth. And the truth included one of the cast members on this season's Ready to Love DC, which was Cornelius. And she brought out some truths which we're gonna establish in today's conversation and talk about. But let me first introduce my guest. Alex, how you doing today?
I'm well. How are you? How are you?
Listen, I'm alive. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
that's always a blessing. And I've eaten
Always,
good.
always, always, always.
I mean, the people are probably gonna ask one question, which is why are we doing this live?
Mhm.
So I want to pose that question to you. Why are we doing this live?
Well, at first, I have not responded or said anything on my Instagram. I haven't posted any subliminal messages or jabs or anything because I felt as though this is beyond, like, it's just immature. It's stupid. We're adults. We can all come to a decision and understanding that we're adults who make decisions. I got on the line with Courtney, who I've known. We worked together. She was my manager. We were cool while I was working with her. And I hadn't seen her again until maybe October. We don't talk every day, but we are cool. We are friends. And I happened to get on this live with her and I was talking about my life. I mean, I have a right to talk about my life. I have a right to bring up anything that has happened in my life. And she asked my opinion. Did I watch the show? Did I see the reunion? And I said, yeah, I saw the reunion. So that's how we got to the point of, talking about the live or the live even happening. This wasn't something that was scripted. This wasn't something I was thinking about. This is just me talking. So now that everyone has all these questions, it's like, okay, fine. If there's gaps or there's some misunderstanding, no problem. Let's fill in the gaps. But being bullied all weekend by Camille, being told that my ex-husband, was contacted by her for what? What are you contacting my husband for? I think you have a photo of that.
Let me bring that up as evidence so you can see. Yes, if we show on the screen, I'm gonna make it larger so you guys can
It's
see.
not that one. Or no, it is up. Okay, it is that one. Yes, we can make it
Yeah.
large.
So if you read a bit carefully here, so this was a message to your ex. You're saying,
Husband. Yes.
yeah. So ex-husband. This was a message to your ex-husband, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna read it so they can actually see, so they can hear it, right? So I'm gonna make it slightly bigger, and I'm gonna read it. Okay, so this was, if you guys are in doubt, this was a reply, Camille Hazel on Facebook. This was sent to her ex-husband, and this is the message: Hi, I know you don't know me, dot 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 lol, but I'm writing you about your ex-wife Alex. She's going around lying to the media outlets about my boyfriend, saying that they used to date in an effort to break us up because she doesn't like me, quotations, based on my portrayal on TV, lol. Silly, I know she has said a lot of other things, but I'm actually about to file a defamation suit because I have proof to her admitting she's lying. If you are contact with her, can you please let her know? So that was a message, I guess, from Camille to your ex-husband.
And that's where we draw the line. It's gone too far. We're talking about a post that she put up, that she made in reference of my relationship or connection, whatever, with Cornelius. What does my ex-husband have to do with that? If you're going to do whatever you need to do, which is sue, do it. Just do it. Do what you got to do. You don't have to contact him to contact me. He has nothing to do with this. So that just shows she's crazy and that she tries to manipulate and bully people into doing what she wants because she's having a tantrum right now. Cornelius and I were on the phone last night for 3 hours because he was trying to coerce me into not doing this interview. After trying to come to some type of resolution of going maybe together on live and speaking about the situation together and saying exactly what happened, we can come to some type of resolve. When my ex-husband called me and said that she was contacting him and harassing him, all bets were off. So I'm going to just come and tell the truth as needed. Again, she messes things up for herself. Whatever you're trying to hide, whatever you're not trying to get out, wouldn't have gotten out if you had not been doing that, going too far above and beyond. Cornelius then tells her to take down the post. That is false. The text messages, they're removed. If you got on her page, they're gone. So we were coming to some type of like, all right, we're adults. This is stupid. We both know what happened. We're aware of what happened. We can talk about it, squash it, and everybody can be back on with their lives. Camille has to go be above and beyond to try to make herself obviously feel as though she's special and important. And you're not. Now, I will say this. I said that she wasn't attractive, or I thought that she was ugly on Courtney's live. To clarify, this is exactly what I mean. I think you're ugly on the inside, and that then shows true on your outside. So no, I don't think she's an ugly woman. I don't think that any woman is ugly. I think all of God's people are beautiful. And I do wish her the best and want her to be better within herself and love herself, because you don't have to do those things to people. Whatever your situation is, your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband, whatever he is doing, if it is wrong or if it is right, you have to trust and believe in your God that he will show that. You don't have to go and do things like that. So now that you've shown your ASS again, it just shows you don't know how to just sit down, like pipe down. Cornelius didn't post a text message on his page. She posted on her page, which means, again, she cuts him at his voice, his vocal cords, to be able to speak up for himself.
Okay. So I think what will help all of us understand what's going on here is a timeline of what's going on, because I know you kind of said a little bit about it on Courtney's live, but I think if we can get a timeline, then we can kind of nail it properly in terms of what the events happened. And I always say this as well: it's better to nail the events than we can say yes or no, and we can make it very clear about what has been said, what hasn't been said, what's been done, what hasn't been done. So if you can give us your timeline in terms of events, in terms of yourself and Cornelius, that would very much help us be able to establish what's going on here.
Correct. And you have all the information. So I'd rather you ask the question so that way I can gather the timeline.
No worries. Okay, so when did you first meet Cornelius?
We met at a red carpet event, and I introduced myself as an interviewer because I was interviewing him.
Okay. Now, why is it important that you actually introduce yourself as an interviewer?
Because it is said that I introduced myself to him and faked as a publicist.
Okay. Is that what was said to who created the term publicist? Who's the one that brought that up?
I believe in Camille's live that she said that I sought him out and presented myself as a publicist.
Okay, so first and foremost, I want to establish that so we got it straight. So the information to Camille is that you are a publicist.
Correct.
Right? That's what we're nailing with. So, okay, to her, you are a publicist, but you're saying you're not a publicist.
No, I am an interviewer, and I met Cornelius interviewing him.
Cool. Good establishment. All right, cool. So that's on there. All right. So when you first met him, you had interviewed him on the red carpet. I'm guessing a red carpet event.
Yes.
And then from there, where does the story lead on to next?
I took that interview, and I had several interviews, and I posted it to my Instagram page the same day, same night.
Okay. And that conversation, you guys had a conversation, I guess, after, or was there contact?
I guess now he found my page and made a comment under the picture, and you can bring it up, where he said, I need you to send me these videos.
Okay, I can bring that up. There we go. Okay. All right. Here we go. So this is the message you're talking about, right?
Yes, you have to scroll down and see his comment.
Yeah. Okay. So if I scroll down. Okay. So this is where Cornelius says, need this to be sent to me. So Cornelius Bryant _ Dream Chaser. I need to send to me as a picture of him as well. Okay. So that was from the original post.
That I didn't tag him. I didn't tag anybody. So I don't know how he found my page.
Okay. Okay. So before this point, did you not exchange any contact details? You guys didn't exchange any. So you didn't have any contact details at all?
No.
So he's found you, and then he's messaged you this to kind of get in contact that he wants what to be sent. Was it the interview to be sent to him?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. So then from that point onwards, when he contacts you, what's happening after that then?
I said I would have to send this to you. So he sent me his cell phone number, and I sent it to his cell phone.
Okay. So you guys got numbers now?
Yes.
Okay. And from there, what happens next?
So from there was the conversation of, oh yeah, you know, I noticed you on the carpet. I thought, you know, I was inquiring about you. I thought you were a very nice looking woman. And, you know, I couldn't wait to, you know, kind of get my chance to get up there and interview with you. And yeah, you were really pretty. And he also said that he had said it to one of his other cast members that he inquired about me and thought that I was attractive. And I was like, oh, okay. So I then asked him, and you can pull up this text message, are you single?
Yes. Let me see if I've got that. You did send that to me. Let me make sure I got that one for you. Oh, I don't think I have that one saved. Send it to me again if you can on Instagram, and I'll pull it up. So I do remember you sent me a picture of the text that was asking if he was single, and he didn't reply necessarily to the text.
Correct.
That's what happened. Okay, so we're gonna get that text. You sent it to me, yeah. Fantastic. Let me get that up for you guys so you can get it. All right. Fantastic. All right. Okay. Whew, Chile. Let's do this. All right. Cool. There we go. All right. Here we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So we've got the text here. So this was a text between you two. Okay. Yes. And the date here is also Friday, November the 12th, which would have been when? Would have been after reunion?
Yes.
Being filmed? Okay. All right. So who's in green, by the way? Sorry, I just want to make it clear.
I'm in green.
Okay, so you're in green, so I'm going to read it. So it says here, but I don't know if you have a girlfriend, so I don't want to be disrespectful. He responds, hey, sorry, yeah, I was thinking about it. I going to ask Corey to see if he wants to come. And then you replied, oh, okay, cool. I didn't want to keep texting you if it was overimposing, if you'd even be interested in texting. But if you're seeing someone, I wouldn't want to be disrespectful. He says, texting is fine. I trying to figure. I know Corey said he was interested. Just talk to us a little bit about what that text means. I know what it means, but just to make it very clear.
Right. So I had, said to Cornelius after sending him the video, if I get any other red carpets, I'll let you know. So I invited him, and he said he would ask Corey to go to another red carpet event. That was November the 13th, which is the next day. And you can show the video of the after party that we were at. At this after party, he is also stating that he is single. Okay. So for you, as well, he was aware at that point in time, you've asked him, is he single? Correct. Right?
And he's evaded the question as to whether he's single or not.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to play the video. This is a video. I'm going to play the end twice so that you guys can hear. I'm going to need you guys to listen very carefully, especially towards the end, because the camera doesn't pan onto him, right? But I'm going to play the whole entire... Is it right if I play the whole entire 1 minute 30? Is that okay? Or do I need to...
Oh, yeah, play the whole 30.
Yeah?
As long as everyone's okay. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, cool. So I'm going to play the clip for you guys. We're going to play it up now.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, go ahead. Turn the camera around.
All right, say hi.
It'll blow up. You don't know me yet.
What do you do?
I'm on the show.
Ready to... Oh, okay.
What show are you on?
Oh, okay. So this
He's
is...
the most elegant bastard in the
Oh, okay. So ladies, we have an eligible...
The most.
the most eligible bachelor.
No, that's him.
And tell him
I'm the most hated bachelor.
Ladies, y'all recognize
Most
Are
hated.
you on the show too?
I'm the most hated bachelor.
Okay, so what's your name?
Cornelius.
Okay, we won't lie. This is the irony of this. I actually have someone that asked about you tonight. I had no idea you were on the show called Ready to Love. Right? Can I say that? I can say that, right?
Yeah, you can say that, right?
Okay. But literally, she came up to me and was like, who's the guy in the green? I know that you were acting with
Yeah, we did Mark Penny, yeah.
Right. But I said, honestly, I don't know. Dun, 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 dun. Plot twist.
AVA Management said ready for Love DC.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just thought that was interesting to mention. Being you're on a love show and then someone inquisitive minds were asking about the guy in the green.
Yeah.
Someone might be ready to love. Right. You see what I did there?
So are you still single or are you finding something on the show?
But now
Yeah,
I said
as you know, I'm still single.
I said that, like, yeah, no, I'm in love. Right.
I'm still single. Yeah.
Okay, Brave.
All right, so I don't know if you guys heard it. I'm going to play the end again. I'm going to give it a bit of time because there was music playing in the background, so copyright can happen. You don't want them to have copyright. I'm going to play the ending again, just in case you didn't hear it. There's a question that is asked directly to Cornelius, right? They're asking, "Are you single?" And you're gonna have to kind of pay attention to hear it very carefully about his response because there's music playing in the background, all right? So I'm gonna play it from the part where he said the question, right? So if anybody wants to, if the text wasn't concrete proof enough for you, the video is going to be played, and then you can make your own deduction from that. All right. So I'm gonna put the clip on again just for this part.
So are you still single or are you finding something on the show?
But now
Yeah,
I said
as you know, I'm still
I
single.
said that, like, yeah, no, I'm in love. Right.
I'm still single. Yeah.
Not only have I asked myself in a personal conversation, someone that is a regular woman, a regular bystander, again, no one who has nothing to do with the show. She had to ask him, "What do you do?" So she doesn't know him. She doesn't even know he's a part of a love show. Are you single? I met this man, came in contact with this man as a Black single man. He had any moment in the text message there to claim, to say, "I am taken."
Okay.
And we also point out the
go on.
date because when was the reunion?
They shot it on. Is it November? Did they say the 7th? Did they shot it? Was it November the 7th? They shot it.
Which was a week before, and now we're a week later.
After. Okay. So that scene with the after party, that's a week after.
Yes.
Okay.
And
So
yes.
Okay. So after the reunion's been shot, this November the 7th. This is a week after that video. Now is being played. So that's the reunion's been done with.
So
Okay.
yes. Now,
Okay.
After we left that event, Cornelius walked me to my car. When we get to my car, we end up talking outside of my car for 2 hours. And we talked about everything, like interests, what you want to do, what are you interested in? Like, I can feel like this is like I want to get to know you type conversation. We're out there talking so long. We're like, we got to go. We in the middle of this parking lot. Anybody can run up on us. So I'm like, well, I got to go to church tomorrow. What are you doing? And he was like, I'm going to church too. I said, oh, what church do you go to? Well, let me make sure that everyone is aware that I did not join Cornelius's church because of Cornelius. He said, I go to such and such church. I was like, oh, I'm going to that church tomorrow too. Since COVID has lifted, I believe that this church is now open, and I've been looking for a new church home, haven't been able to be inside 4 walls. So I was like, well, why don't we finish this conversation tomorrow and meet up at church?
Okay, before you go any further, just to clarify, because the reason why you're answering it in that way is because it has been said that you joined the church because Cornelius was, quote unquote, Cornelius was there, right?
Yes.
But what you're saying is you already had
plans to go to
this church.
That church.
Why were you going to that church? I know I don't want you to say, you don't need to say any names, but why were you going to that church in the first place?
I was going to that church because I had heard it was a new church that was opening finally since COVID lifted, in a place that they were allowing people to come inside for in-person fellow worship.
Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. So obviously, then you guys are talking by the car.
Yes, my car.
All right, and then you're talking about church, and then you say you're going to church next day. He says he's going to church, and then you say,
let's meet up because it was so late. I said, let's finish this conversation tomorrow because it was a great conversation. Let's meet up at church.
Okay, cool. And then you both kind of exchange churches. You're both going to the same church. Okay. All right, cool. So then obviously after that parking lot conversation.
Did you need the text message to show that me and him actually met up?
Not necessarily. I think everyone will know that you met up at church. That's not the point. Then what happens from that car situation?
So after church, again, I'm leaving, about to go home. Cornelius walks me to my car. We start talking again. And then he says, let's go get something to eat. And I said, okay. So we met up and went down to Navy Yard and we went to the Blue Jacket restaurant.
After the car lot? So that same day?
This is the church day.
Oh, church day. Okay, yep. Okay. So was it just you and Cornelius that went?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So you went to get some lunch, dinner, and it's just
after
you two.
church. This evening, so it's like 6:00.
Okay, all right. And then what was the kind of conversation like then? Was it a normal conversation? Was it things that was said? What's kind of conversation?
So when we get there, I'm thinking, okay, now that we have talked, we have obviously exchanged conversation and words, and it seems as though that we are liking each other. I'm thinking in my mind, okay, this man obviously has to be interested in me. I could have went home. So you want to go out to eat? That means you're obviously still interested in still being in my space and in my presence. So when we get to the restaurant, we begin having a conversation again. Church was great today. It was very moving. It was great. I was in the word. It was great. That type of thing. I then want to get to again, are you single? At this point, I just needed to be like really confirmed. Maybe at this point I am thinking like, I know you're on a show and I know it's around the basis of dating someone. So I want him to either get to saying I am or finished up with the person they're showing me to be connected to. And I want him to kind of say that or bring her up. And so he says, yes, I actually decided to still date Camille. And, I do feel as though that I'm still tied to her. But this week, I want to break ties with her. I no longer want to continue to deal with this. It's a lot. The production, everything that happened on that show, the way they were treated. There was just a lot of things that were said. And he did mention that I'm not even supposed to mention these things to you because we signed an NDA. So you can bring up the text message that afterwards, this is where Cornelius really started to lay a lot on me, where it was beginning to be too much, a lot about how he felt about Camille, how he was unhappy, and that he wanted to be out of the ties to her. I didn't hear relationship. I heard that it's a tie. So I'm thinking you're tied to her because of the show and everything that comes with it. And he was running to break it off. So there's a text message that he sent me where he's apologizing for venting as much as he did.
Okay. It's tight right now. Okay. Which text was it you want me to show for that one then?
So it's the one where I apologize for venting to you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me bring that one up for you then. Okay. Here we go. Let's bring this up. All right.
It says got it, appreciate it at the top.
Yeah.
And it starts with.
I got you on that one. Yeah. Okay. So just to also bring the audience back into this as well, there's a reason why I want to present it this particular way. What I don't like is people coming on here and not having evidence, right? And then kind of giving stories and everyone goes woody woo. The reason why I'm doing it so layered is so that people can follow exactly what's happened. You can see the evidence, and after that, if you want to disbelieve, you disbelieve. But the evidence has been presented, and we can't say anything else, right? So this is why it's being presented this particular way. All right, cool. So let's bring that back up so that people can see that. Okay, so this is the text that was sent. And
I'd have to also explain too. Now, do you see that the text messages are blue?
Yes.
Cornelius had 2 cell phones. I was saying to him, like, why is your text messages in green? And then I was like, ooh, that's a turn off. I don't do text messages in green, child. No. So he was like, oh, I've been texting you from my other phone. Here's my new number. So then I got his new number, and then now the text messages are blue.
Hold on a minute. Sorry, say that again.
Yes.
What? Two cell phones? What? Wait. So that just come back. Sorry, I heard it, but I didn't hear it. What do you mean? So you started texting. I'm seeing the green bubbles. What does that signify? Is that iPhone? Is that Android? Is that what it means? Or
Oh, I was gonna say something that was rude, but the Lord caught me.
you better leave us Android people alone.
It's an Android. I call it broke droid. But we gonna upgrade, and that was the purpose of life. You got to upgrade in all areas of your life. So I didn't hold it against him. I was just like, well, thank you, God, he has an iPhone, because that would have been a no-go for me.
Okay,
I'm joking.
That's cool. It's all good. So the originally when we're seeing it in, so the changeover is that he has two numbers. Basically, that's why we're seeing two different colors. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Okay, so let me bring that back up for the people then. So you're in blue, right?
Correct.
And he's in gray. So he says, "Gotcha, appreciate it." And then you said, "Hope I didn't speak too much on the Jamila," you meant Camila, situation last night. Sorry if I spoke too openly about my opinion. And then I'm gonna just bring it down slightly so you guys can see. Wednesday, November the 17th. So this is again after the reunion has been shot. It's important. Dates and times are very, very important. Says, yeah, I appreciate that. I was venting to you about it, in which I should not have done. I don't want to just give you one side of the coin and not the other. I'll call you back. So if you just break down, when you said about venting, what do you mean by venting?
I mean, it was hours. I mean, I was sitting on the phone the event that I took him to, we did church. We had the event on the 14th, church on the 15th. We have Monday the 16th, and we're on the 17th. So 4 days of being on the phone with Cornelius, going on and on and on about Camille doing this, Camille doing that, Camille posting this. I'm sick of this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, well, just stop her. And he's like, I want to stop her. Like, he was just done. I just felt like it was a toxic situation. He felt like she acted like very toxic. He thought that some of the things she did was very immature. He just wanted her to stop, like, just stop. And he was just like, again, I'm telling you these things behind closed doors. I know I'm not supposed to be talking to you about this, but I have nowhere else to get it out. He also said that he wanted to go to our pastors and talk to them about how to really detach himself from this situation, as in like being on this show. It was over consuming his life. And so at this point, I'm like, this man obviously wants to be single. He obviously wants to start something fresh and new, clearly, because he's talking to me and venting to me. So I'm open to getting to know him and also being there now, supporting where I felt sorry for him and then so I started seeing things, and that's where we're saying my bad about my opinion. Because now it's like I'm seeing things, and now you're saying you don't want to be here. I'm like, well, Cornelius just, and he's like, I can't just cut her. We're on the show, so it's trauma bonding. So sometimes we understand each other. So when she wants to go off and vent and do this and that, I want to be there for her. And I just can't wait till the show is over.
Okay. Please don't forget the timer. Hold it timeline there. I'm going to ask a question. Mm-hmm. Did you not think it might be a little bit of a red flag or a sign that it might be a little bit rocky roads when someone is venting about their ex in a really negative way?
I like that you said ex, because again, I felt like they were not in a relationship. So the red flag was just more so like, okay, you took an opportunity, you took a chance to be on TV. I'm sure that was great. That was exciting. Oh my God, look at what this can happen, how many doors can open. And then you get in it. And I was a professional cheerleader. And when I got on the team, it was my dream to become a professional dancer. When I got behind the scenes, it's a whole different beast. And I was very, very unhappy. So I understood it from that standpoint.
Okay. Okay. So that is November 17th, where he's kind of talking to you guys about Camille's situation. What happens next after that then? So
next was this weekend. Were the Soul Train Awards, BET Soul Train Awards. I mentioned it, said, did he want to go? And he said that he did. And I was like, well, this would also be a great opportunity, because if you wanted to go on a red carpet, or, we get in, it would be great if people recognize you, can do some interviews and what have you. And, let's go. And I was like, but I'm not sure we're going to get in. Like, I just know we got to go up there. We got to COVID test and things like that. And he was like, well, even if we don't get in, I still want to go. Okay. So here I am thinking, this is available man. He's open. He's willing to go to New York. And so we started booking rooms and where we were going to stay. And we did not book separate rooms. We booked one room.
Okay. Before you go further, because I think you said this weekend.
Yes. So
what date would that have been? Sorry.
No, Friday, November 19th.
Okay, cool. Because when you said this week, I want to make sure people don't think it was going to be this weekend just gone. Like, no. Okay, so Friday 19th, which was like the text was saying was November 17th, Wednesday, Friday the 19th, when you guys booked, when you guys are talking about going to Soul Train event, and you brought the idea of Soul Train up to him because
it was like, hey, I heard the Soul Trains are up there, let's go. And I was like, this would be a great situation for you too. Like, you could go on the red carpet, you can get interviewed, things like that. So let's go. Okay. And that's it.
Okay. And at this point, what are your thoughts towards Cornelius though?
I think that I'm like, from our personal conversations, like I'm not going to get too in depth of how much was shared as far as attraction and things of that nature. But obviously there were things that were shared, and I was open to getting to know him. Okay.
Open to get to know him. All right, cool. So then Friday 19th, you guys are talking about going to Soul Train Awards. You said you booked a hotel. Just to make it clear, you guys booked one hotel room?
Correct.
Okay. What's the hotel room setup? Because, people might... is it one bed? Is it two beds? Is it twin? Is it single? Is it king? Perfectly I get a king, but hey,
right. Yes. So it was a double bedroom in there. I was a little like concerned, like not concerned, but like, okay, 2 beds, that's fine. But he requested it. He did request 2 beds. I was like, okay, cool, no problem. So
wait, he requested 2 beds.
He requested 2 beds, but my thing is this: if this was something that you felt uncomfortable with, or I thought it was for the celibacy thing.
Yeah.
I thought he wanted to book 2 beds because from my understanding, this man is waiting to have sex. So I'm like, okay, he's already making it known. He ain't trying to do the thing. Cool. I respect that. I got 2 beds.
And who paid for the room?
We both, because it was in Harlem. Well, we stayed in the Bronx, but that room was expensive. So we both helped each other out there. And also I wanted to let him know, like, I don't try to use men for their money. You got to take me here. You got to buy me this. You got to whatever. I'm a help me. And if I'm going to assist, come alongside you, I don't mind, putting up. So we both.
Okay. So both of you paid half off, basically. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you didn't get finessed.
No.
I mean, 'cause I would have been looking at it like, girl, if you pay, you got finessed.
No. No.
Okay, so you guys got a hotel room, both paid your half, 2 beds in there, as well. Okay.
Because he said he's a celibate man. He doesn't want to have sex. I was like, okay, he's trying to let me know he's keeping up with that.
I mean, I've said that before and done other things, but anyway, yeah, cool. Okay, so then 2 separate beds, cool, sets that up, etc. Okay, so run us through the day of Friday then. So because obviously at this point, it's the idea is you and Cornelius are meant to be going alone, right? Is that the case, or?
Yes, my understanding, yes.
Okay, cool. Where does Corey come into this? Because we all heard that on the live. Corey is taking photos. So where does Corey come into this whole situation?
Okay, so I have to go through when we first arrived, which was Friday night. We got on the bus. It was just the 2 of us on the bus. Corey's not on the bus with us. We get off. We get on the train, check into our hotel, go upstairs, put our things down, and we had to make it to the play that we booked tickets for. So we went to Thoughts of a Colored Man that night. Okay. And you can show the photo of that.
Okay. Let me bring that up. Which one is that? Which particular one is that one? Just describe it for me.
That I have a white sweater on.
A white sweater. Okay.
So kind of like.
Cool. Let me see if I got that. A white sweater on. Am I looking at the right one? Ooh. Coach wants to go through the archives for this one. Yeah. Okay. I see which one you're talking about. Let me bring that up so you guys can see it. Here we go. Do. Okay. Here we go. All right. So this is you guys. This is a photo here. So this is you guys at the play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just
I
make
don't,
sure.
I don't see Corey. Do you see Corey?
I don't see Corey, but I see people behind you.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a brother with a white hat on. He looks in. No, he's looking at the play. All right, cool. Okay, so you guys are at the play. At this point, you're at the play. Friday, November the 19th, you guys are both at the play together. There's no Corey in sight. So this is a selfie.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. All right. After the play, what happens?
We went to dinner. Then we talked at dinner. That was really, really nice. And then I was very anxious to go down to Times Square because I've never been down to Times Square. So I was like, oh, I can't wait to go walk down there. So when we left, we were walking down and we were holding hands. And so now in my mind, I'm like, okay, he likes me and I like him too. He's a cool guy. We have great conversation. So we make it down to Times Square and we were standing there in the middle of the street and a photographer came up and he was like, you guys are a really cute couple. And I was like, oh boy. And so then decided to take some photos and you can show the photos that we took.
Okay. Before I show the photos, when the photographer says you guys are a really cute couple, does Cornelius correct him? Does he say anything?
He just laughed, just like in the video with the girl with the single situation. He just laughed.
Okay. I'll show one of the photos. That was at the time. I mean, this is a really good photo. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I hope you got the guy's details. Very good.
He was very talented. I thought.
Very talented. I'm loving it. Nice shoes, by the way. Oh, the heels are nice. No worries. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. Okay. I mean, y'all even had the green matching. I mean, did you do it on purpose or was it just okay? Cool. No worries. All right. So that was you guys at Times Square. Okay. So what happens after Times Square?
So after we left Times Square, we went back to the hotel room. Went in the room and Cornelius got in the shower.
Where's Corey?
That night?
I mean, you're now in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
You've now got to the hotel. He's going to take a shower. Where is Corey?
Corey's in D.C. Washington, D.C.
Oh, so he ain't there yet?
No, we'll get there.
Okay, so I just want to make it very clear so the audience knows. So you guys have gone out, gone to a play, gone to get food, gone round to Times Square. You get back to the hotel. And when you get back to the hotel, it's just you two.
Correct.
And Corey's in D.C.
Washington, D.C.
Where? So why is Corey? If Corey, because we know that Corey took photos. Why is he not there with you then?
Okay. So let's get to how Corey got into the equation.
Okay.
After he gets out of the shower, he says Corey's on his way. I said, "Oh, really?" He was like, "Yeah, Corey's on his way." I was like, "Well, what time is he going to get here? Because if we go down to the Soul Train Awards, we need to get there in enough time that he can get COVID tested. And so if he can get here on time, that's fine." And he was like, "Well, he's going to get on the bus now, and he's going to arrive around 9 a.m. in the morning." So I was like, "Okay, if he makes it here on time, we'll all go down and get COVID tested." He hangs up the phone, and I said, "Well, where is he staying?" And he said he's going to stay with his brother uptown. And I was like, "Okay, cool." Because I'm not, I'm thinking that he probably was going to ask to stay in our room. And now I'm thinking, is that why you got 2 beds and you didn't want to tell me? But I'm like, no, he's not staying in this room because I don't feel comfortable being around 2 men by myself. So if he's staying with his brother, cool, no problem. So he was like, okay, I'll tell him that and I'll make sure that he's staying with his brother. So we get in the bed and he asked for a massage.
Okay, just to clarify, so Corey's in DC. Cornelius then obviously speaks to Corey. Corey's now, if he's going to get there, he's going to get there for the morning. Because Soul Training Wars are not on a Friday night, they're on a Saturday. Okay, let's make that very, very clear. Okay, that's on a Saturday. All right, cool. So then it's just you two. He's come out of the shower and then he asks for a massage.
Correct.
Let me just be frank and honest, guys. Anytime I've asked for a massage, it does not end in Christian holiness. I'm just going to be honest. It's never ended in holiness. But okay, he asked for a massage. Does a massage happen? What? So
a massage happens, and then I told him that I had been working out and my legs were sore. So then he started to massage out my legs and my thighs and just kind of, explaining to me, like, you really got to make sure, like, when you do certain workouts, you got to, like, really get up in here. And it's normally, like, up in the butt and then getting all down here and then, going under my leg. And he was, like, really getting, I was like, wow, I never thought to do that. And so now I'm like, okay, and it was feeling great. And so then, now with the lights go off and we started kissing. So in my mind, I'm like, I wanted to know if he had been with anybody lately. And so I was like, have you been with anybody on the show? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, have you had sex? Because now I'm feeling hot, feeling this heat and stuff like that. So I'm like, I obviously see you down with the get down. So have you had sex with anybody recently, or had anybody sex with anybody that you have been referencing to these last few weeks that you have ties to? And he says, yes. And I said, okay. So now that made me say, I definitely am locking up no. So I decided to say no to going all the way. And he was like, man, come on. The condom is right here. Like the condom is right here. So I want to fast forward to an interview that Cornelius did with Ages and Stages, where he said he would sometimes try to have sex with a woman just to prove he's not gay. And I know a lot of the conversations we were having when he was venting to me was about the fact that people kept calling him gay. And that bothered him more than anything.
Okay, hold on a minute, because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Okay, massage. You touch his back, he's touching your leg. Y'all in the bed. You start kissing. Lights go off. You lot start kissing. Okay, you start getting the kissing and the touching and the rubbing. Okay, cool. And then you ask a question in between: has he had sex with anybody previously on the show?
Because that's who have we been talking about? Who has been venting about? So, I mean, clearly, and now that I'm seeing how hot we're getting, you down with the get down. So now I already know he ain't celibate. So that's out of my mind.
So that's what you meant by he's not celibate, because at that point you asked him, has he slept with anybody? And he's saying he slept with somebody on the show.
Yes.
Okay, so if okay, because obviously, from my understanding, people have denied, the person in question has denied that they have slept with Cornelius. So if either he lying or she lying, one of the two is lying. That's you know what I mean, because it's been denied from the other side.
That's between them and their God.
That's between them and their God. Okay, cool. And then
because I know my God, and I'm not going to hell for nobody.
Okay.
So if I'm gonna be on this platform, I'm gonna tell the truth.
Okay, so okay, and so then you referenced the comment on Age and Stages interview with Cornelius, where he said sometimes
try to push and make sex happen so that women won't think that he's gay. And in them times that he was venting with me, and these past couple of weeks that we've been talking, I know one of the main venting moments or issues was that people thought he was gay. So just to be clear, I did not have sex with him.
Yeah.
And we went to sleep.
Okay.
The next morning, we heard that Corey was there, and we met Corey in Harlem. We were in the Bronx. The Apollo Theater is in Harlem. We met Corey in Harlem.
So Corey got there in the morning.
Correct.
I just want to put this out there. Corey, if you can confirm when you got there, that would be very helpful. Just saying, because obviously now your character.
And please show your bus ticket. Date.
Okay, so he gets there. So Corey can't witness to one night. He can witness to. I'm guessing. How long did he stay with you guys for?
He never stayed with us. I told you I was not comfortable with that.
So he didn't sleep in the room at all?
No.
You mean he never slept in the room?
When we met up with Corey in Harlem, we were in Harlem all day. We were trying to get COVID tested. We were trying to make sure we can get tickets into the show. We were really dealing with a lot. We were going back and forth. People were sending us over here, sending us over there. We got so tired and we finally gave up. We went and ate at Melba's. And I don't think I sent you a picture of that. So that's when that's the first picture of Corey and a picture with us. So let's say like Corey's saying that he was there on Friday. Why wouldn't we take pictures with Corey? We took pictures with Corey on Saturday because that's the day we met up with Corey. So do you want the picture from Melba's of all of us together?
No, there's a reason I'm asking. And people think I'm not listening. I'm listening. I know information. So the problem is I want to clarify this.
Okay.
One more time. Did he sleep in the room at all?
No.
He didn't sleep on the couch?
He slept on the couch when we came back to get dressed. He wanted to take a nap because he was so tired from being on the bus all night. So before we went to the 40/40 Club, he took a nap on the couch. But when we came back after the 40/40 Club, Corey went home, back to Washington, D.C.
Corey, see me after class. No. Okay, cool. All right. God damn. All right, sorry, God. Okay, so the morning now of and the reason why I'm even saying that is because because I know parts of information from the other parties, Corey's being used as a eyewitness, as in nothing happened. But if you're telling me he didn't sleep there, then he's not an eyewitness. And this is more for the fact that the other party, other woman involved, maybe thinking he's an eyewitness. He's
why
not.
would I be comfortable with two men sleeping in a room with me? Like, what type of... Nah. So now not only are you trying to say things about me and what have you, now I'm just out here just banging both of them. Is that what we're getting at?
No, but like I mean that means anyone can stay with anyone. But I'm just saying in the sense of, because obviously people would I don't understand who their name, but they told me that Corey was there. You understand? In the hotel. So if he's not in the hotel, then he cannot be an eye character witness
and I would
if
never,
something went down.
Never have somebody be an eye character witness to me doing anything. Like,
true that.
In my intimate bedroom. What type of freak crap are y'all on? Like, so for y'all to even come up with that shows where their minds are. Come on, like, stop.
Okay. I get what you're saying. Okay, so next morning.
But not the next morning. Let's make it very clear that Corey left. So make sure you ask him for his bus ticket and what time he left Saturday night. I mean, well, now after we came back from the 40/40 Club, and you can show those photos as well. Corey took these photos. Can you please show them?
Oh, it's getting hot in here. Take off all your clothes. Okay, so this is is this the 40/40 one, right?
That's the 40/40 Club.
I mean, this is very similar to a photo I saw of another candidate on the show. Just being honest, I saw that photo. So this is very similar hand position, very similar body position. I'm just putting it out there, This is what I saw. Okay, cool. And sorry, that's not the one I'm looking for. And this is another. This one is the one that's really interesting for me. I'm just saying, there's a lot of hand movement, a lot of hand touching. I mean, yeah. Okay.
I just need to know, at what part is this a business travel?
I guess oh.
Where is the business part? If it was business, you could have gotten your own room. If it was business, you could have went to the Soul Train Music Awards by yourself.
Okay. Who took those photos?
Corey took those photos.
Just to clarify, who one more time? Who took the photos?
Corey took, I don't know how to say, Belen took those photos, as in like, pose, like, y'all look good, do it again. Like, you're encouraging this. You're not holding your friend accountable. If there is something that we're all now saying is to be, where are you holding your boy accountable? Where are you saying, bruh, you out here wilding, you being reckless? Now you got photos. You need to pump your brakes. Matter of fact, we about to go. Matter of fact, we're about to get this hotel room together. I'm not even trying to have you up in no mess like this. Your friend encouraged you and did not hold you accountable as this black man that you said that he called and talked about being black. Yeah, okay. So ask him for his bus ticket when he left. I remember we got back to the hotel. Cornelius wanted to get in the shower first. He went and took a shower. Corey goes into the bathroom with him. They sat in there for a talk for about 15 minutes. While Cornelius is in the shower, they're having a conversation. And then Corey comes out and he says, all right, Alex, I don't know if he took an Uber, a cab, or bus. He was like, I'm about to leave. My bus leaves at 3:45 a.m.
Do you know what? Yeah. See, I'm an objective viewer, but I don't like people lying to me. So this is specific because I know he's watching. Corey, you lied to me. That's just what it is. Yeah, I don't like when people do stuff when they try to lean on my good nature and lean on me trying to be a nice guy. But he I'm just gonna say this. He said he didn't take that photo. I don't like
Didn't
that.
take that photo.
He said he didn't take that photo, and I don't like that because you're
Well,
ringing me
I'll
up to
make
talk
it-
to me.
I'll make it clear, and we're gonna go ahead and just make sure that it's cool that he sent it to me in my WhatsApp, and he not only took video of he took videos and photos of us. So I will cover his. How do I get to the camera?
Yeah.
So Corey sent this to my WhatsApp, all the photos that he took of us, and then Cornelius was like, "Make sure you send those to me."
Listen, you guys know me, I'm not messy. But Corey, you're seeing this. After this, give me a call. Because I don't like what you did. Man to man will talk. I don't like that. Because you've called me to tell me stuff and you've lied to my face. I don't like that. Call me after. That's what I'm going to say. I won't say nothing else. All right, cool. Okay, cool. So after that 4400, you guys go out because you guys didn't get into the Soul Trainer Wars, right?
Right, we did not pass the COVID test.
Okay. You're out now with Corey.
Yes. No. What do you mean we're out now?
Oh, so yourself, Cornelius, and Corey out at 4400?
At the 44 Club. Yes, we're at the 44 Club.
Okay, cool. So so during the 4400 night, what's going on? You guys just out and about? What's happening?
What part? I mean,
As in at the 4400, you know,
oh,
what's
we're
happening?
dancing. We having a good
Yeah.
time. You know, me and Cornelius were dancing, having a good time, and then after that we were tired. We were like, let's go back to the hotel. Like, so that's when we got back to the hotel. Of course, Corey was not staying in the room, so Cornelius got in the shower, and then Corey went in the bathroom with him while Cornelius was in the shower. They talked for about 15 minutes. He came out. He said, I don't know if he took a cab or a bus or what have you. He said, Alex, my bus will be here at 3:45. I'm going home. Y'all be safe.
Okay, cool. All right. So he leaves in the early morning. You guys stay. I'm guessing you check out the latest you can check out.
Not the latest. I mean,
I push it to the end.
That night, we just slept in the same bed. Already now, I know I'm not having sex with him. So we just slept in the same bed and then we just went to sleep.
Okay, so that night you slept in the same bed, but nothing happened. Corey's not there.
And Corey's not there.
Okay. All right. So after New York, is there any okay, so whilst we're on holiday, whilst on this New York trip, is there any more conversations about what's happening, what's going on with you two, what position you
I'm
find
just
yourself
like,
in?
asking him, like, I like you. I mean, actually, it's almost like at this point, it's like what is known doesn't need to be said type of situation. Like, I'm enjoying him now. I'm holding his hand on the bus ride. We're talking, sleep, and then when we got back to my house so that he could pick up his car, that's when we had a conversation in his Jeep because he parked in my reserved parking space. I have text messages from my neighbor who was watching his car while we were gone. So he definitely knows where I live. He didn't come into my home, but he did come into my house. He wanted to see, and then he saw my house and then he left. When we got in his car to go home to take me back to my car to move it back up to my reserve spot, that's when we started talking. And I was just kind of like, well, how do you feel about everything? How was this weekend? He was like, I mean, this weekend was great. You're a breath of fresh air. I'm happy. I feel like finally, outside of what's been going on, this has been, kind of like the best thing. And I was like, so did you ever sever ties with Camille? And he was like I said, it's been tough. This is something that I'm tied to the show about. But once the show is over, and I don't have a way to prove that they're together. I can't, this is not a standard couple that people, are saying, like, how did you not know that they were together on the show? I can't see any pictures that they're posting. I can't see that he's claiming her on social media like normal people in relationships do. So I can only go off of what he's saying. He's saying that I'm on this show right now. So this is where I said that the show is fake. Because now that I see all of this going on between us, he then asked me to wait. Can I wait until the show ends or till the reunion premieres, which is July 15th? Is that the right date?
I think
January 15th.
January 15th. Okay. Wait, for what? The reunion being aired?
Yeah.
So
the reunion's gonna end. So I'm like, you want me to wait until January 15th? This is my
Basically,
issue with this. If you're asking me to wait, you're now going to pose or be fake to Camille and fake your relationship if you're asking me to wait. So that's what I meant when I was talking to Courtney on the live, where obviously it's fake, but that's their relationship, not the show, not Ready to Love, not OWN Network. their relationship, I know now, is going to be fake, and anything that they talk about, he posts or she posts, is going to be contradicting that I know, if he's asking me to wait for him until the show is over. So I take it as you want her to continue to believe that you're into her and that you guys you're gonna carry this out into the end. But he hasn't posted that he's even claiming her. I believe she has posted things where she's claiming him and giving innuendos that they're together. I know that he's vented to me too, talking about, asked her to take pictures down. Like, why is she posting that? Why is she already letting people know that we're together or that I chose her in the end? Again, the show is over. So the public is going to find out that they left together later on. But at this current state in reality, people don't know that they're together, or we're not supposed to know they're together. So that's why I'm saying, so if you're asking me to wait for you or kind of finish this out, you're going to rock out with whatever in a fake and dishonest way.
So obviously we do kind of see Cornelius kind of claiming her now. Like, so beforehand, you're saying, obviously, because of the show, he because of the show, neither of them were really making it obvious that they were together. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Right. There's no way I can confirm that they're together.
Okay, which is where you're feeling like, where you're saying that obviously you wouldn't necessarily know if their relationship is really real or not because it's not confirmed. The show is still running. Okay.
But saying that if it was real and he is going to go ahead and say, this is my girlfriend or what have you, if you're then saying, wait for me until the show's over so that I can definitely cut ties with her, and then this is making me think, you're also wanting to do this for publicity or for clout or for interviews or what have you, because if you make it to the end, people, of course, want to talk to you and want to know about the couple and things like that. So you're willing to fake out whatever you have to do because you know that the audience is going to find out that you chose her.
Okay, what you're saying now. So the stress for you in a sense is that he was telling you to wait.
Yes.
Until the show was over.
Yes.
So you're parking your feelings until the show is over to wait to see this obviously comes out, and then you can then get on with
whatever we
will trying to build.
Yes. And at this point, I don't think he's my boyfriend. I don't think he's my husband. I don't think he's my man. This is someone I'm trying to obviously see where it can go. And so when I finally find out that Cornelius is claiming her, and the first time that he told me he was claiming her to me was I had texted him. Well, he texted me on Thanksgiving Day, happy Thanksgiving. I'm like, happy Thanksgiving. We're talking. Where are you? I'm over Zadia's. Corey's here. Camille's here. Such and such is here. I said, okay. I said, well, after you're done, can you come over? And he was like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, like I haven't seen you since we got back from New York. I want to see you now, kind of type.
Wait, who said that? You said you want to see him. Okay, you said you want to see him. Okay.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him since New York. So it was like, yeah, come over. I want to see you. And then that's when he says, you need to respect the boundaries in this relationship. So the messages, now we're getting to the disrespect of the current situation of the messages that she tried to show. Now he's telling me he's in a relationship with Camille. I've been with Camille this whole time. You got to respect our boundaries. This is my woman, blah, 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 blah. You got to leave me alone.
So you didn't know. So are you saying to me, and you just clarify that, are you saying to me that he then flipped it out on you randomly, or what? Just clarify for me when he said about his situation.
Okay, so let me start with this. When we get back that Monday, we got back on Sunday. That Monday was the first time about the publicist thing. So when we got back on Monday, he said Mumin called Camille and told her, you are not a publicist. And so I was like, you told her I was a publicist? I'm assuming that you told her that to go to New York? And he was like, yeah. So Mumin is kind of like confirming you're not. And I was like, oh. So that was kind of like the first red flag of, maybe y'all together, like or maybe you have already because all the way up until this point, I think this man wants to be single. He don't want nothing to do with her. He wants to be done. Whoop de whoop. He's already told me he was single almost 3 weeks ago. The situation with the ladies asking him, was he single? Like, this is almost 3 weeks in. This man has never concrete confirmed that he is with her. So the first time in message and text message, it's now him saying, I'm with Camille. So you can pull up the text message where I was like, okay, then happy Thanksgiving, loser.
Okay, I'll make sure. So I'll bring out that message. Oh, you've messaged him, yeah. Let me get that for you. Okay. Boy. Oh, I got this up here. Oh, wrong one. Give me 2 ticks and I'll grab that one for you. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Save it. There we go. Okay. Sorry about it. My computer's being a bit slow when I'm doing these things. All right, cool. Here we go. So share screen. Let me bring this up for you guys. All right. There we go. Here we go. There we go. There. Here we go. Okay. So this is a message you're talking about, right?
I said you have the balls to say what you said. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Because I already know what he said. I already know that he has claimed that he doesn't want to be with her. I already know that he's claimed certain things in private conversation that we don't have in text message, obviously. So I'm like, oh, you have the balls to say what you said? Happy Thanksgiving, loser.
Okay.
So this is the shutdown. This is the cut down. Now Cornelius is in a relationship, and I am aware. It took almost 3 weeks when this man could have done this from day one.
So, okay, so once you find out he's in a relationship, what's happening next? Are you still pursuing? Like, is he still talking to you? Like, what's going on? Because, you know.
So I'm thinking like, okay, we're done in that aspect of the situation. And then a event came up. I wasn't going to be mean enough to say, I'm not going to send you anything else because, you know, originally I was like, I will send you things if I get red carpets and things of that nature. So I invited him to go see Maya. He came to that event and he asked me, could he bring Camille? And I was like, no, but you know, Corey's here, you can come. So he came, hung out. And then I was like, well, where's Camille? Like, I know you were with her. So where did you take her? He was like, oh, I took her down the street to another club to come here. And then I'm gonna go back and meet up with her. Okay, cool. So now I'm kind of like, I'm aware of the situation. There's no kissing, there's no flirtation, there's no hanging out, there's none of that. So he's still like texting and calling and venting about the show, still letting me know about this and letting me know about that. And then Courtney does Little Black Book with you.
Before we get into that aspect, I know obviously, you know, that obviously, you know, you're still, that obviously he told you that you're in a relationship. Do you not think that maybe, even though you want to be nice and send him things, might not be the best option?
Yes, looking back on that now, like, I'm a strong woman. Like, I'm not tripping. Like, go ahead. Like, he's honestly not in stature one of the best looking guys or together guys that I've met or talked to. Like, this was just something that happened to spark, happened to see, you know, some type of attraction. I won't say connection because, you know, but, you know, whatever it was looking like or becoming, it was something there. So, but as far as the caliber of men, he's the lowest on my totem pole. So I wasn't tripping. It was just like, all right, anyway, moving right along. I'm not mad. I wasn't mad. Like, I was really okay with it. I actually started talking to other people.
Okay, but okay, so I know you might not have been mad, but girl, you kind of just trashed him a little bit. So are you sure it didn't hurt a little bit? Did it hurt? Did it hurt a little bit?
I think where you see that I'm trashing is because you both know what has happened behind the scenes. I'm trashing because they trying it. I'm trashing it because y'all really trying to take the other steps. Camille was been in my DM all weekend. Okay. All weekend, talking crazy. So I'm being calm, but don't think that it has anything to do with emotion or that I'm upset or that he doesn't want to be with me. It's because of that they playing with me. That's the problem.
No, I get that. I'm with you on the fact don't
So
play
it's,
me.
it's nothing to do with attraction. It's like you want to talk big, bag, and bold. Step to me for real.
Yeah. No, I get
Saying
that. I get that.
to you. If you're watching, be bad and bold if you want to. Try me.
I get that. But you know what? I think you have to admit that there's a little bit of pain there.
It's no pain. I'm honestly telling you, this is all coming from this weekend. All coming from this weekend.
Yeah, okay. It's all coming from this week. I agree. There's parts of it's coming from this weekend. But you know when you say someone isn't of the same caliber, when it's what you kind of did is what us men do, right? I approach you,
Kojo,
and I'm like,
I'm gonna let you live. I promise you, I'm gonna let you live.
I got
no reason to be upset.
Okay,
like
maybe not upset, but
emotion. I am mad at how they're trying.
So there is emotion involved. Whether you're upset, angry, hurt, pain, there's emotion involved because what you just did is what us men do, right? I approach you, I say, "Oh, you're looking good. Let me get your number," and you say no, and I go, "Well, you're clapped anyway." That's actually what you just did. That's what I'm saying to you. There might be a little bit of pain there because that's the only reason why I did it.
Go with that, but at the end of the day, I'm still riding off of what happened just last night.
I understand.
Okay, so let's move on to the next thing because I don't want anybody to think that whatever. But you know what happened. You know what happened.
I do. I just want you to be aware. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I just want you to be aware because you was doing what we were doing. All right, cool. So next thing. So obviously, yeah, you've messaged him that at you've messaged him obviously at Thanksgiving. He said what he said, that respect the boundaries of my relationship, yada 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 yada. What happens next?
So what happens next? He's still venting. Looking back on it, I probably should have stopped taking his calls. I mean, honestly, it wasn't really calls. The last text that I finally got from him, and obviously he's reaching out to me and hasn't stopped. Please pull up the text where he said he was ready to come forward and reveal the truth and set the record straight.
What, the interview one?
Yes.
Yeah, the interview one. Okay, cool. Okay. Let me get that one up. All right. Yeah, here we go. That's the one. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. Here we go. All right, make it a bit bigger. Okay. So Friday, December the 10th. Who's in grey? Who's in blue? You're in blue.
He's in grey. I'm in blue.
Okay, so he's in grey. You're in blue. Says, starting to think maybe I should do that interview to set the record straight. Tonight's scene about to be crazy. You said for sure. Why? For sure. When? Basically, when do you want to do it? He says seriously thinking about now because they are crazy for this one. What is that is he talking about? Is he talking about the show?
He's talking about the show. He's always so upset about the show, or that Camille did something, or she posted this, or she posted that, and she's making him look gay again, and he doesn't look like he has a backbone, and he has to tell her to take down pictures, and people are coming at him online, and now he wanted to set the record straight. I don't know what he was gonna say, so. But at that point, I was really just over it, over him, over everything. Tired of him hitting me up, tired of texting, tired of going back and forth. So can you show the photo under that one where it was like, still? Did you already show the still thinking about it?
Which one?
He says, let me let you know.
Let me let you know. No, I don't think I've shown that one.
Okay, then don't worry about it. But
okay.
Yeah, at that point I was over it and I was done and ready to be done. So that was that.
Okay. So that's December the 10th, and then we come up to obviously pretty much up to this date. Okay, so obviously you discussed with Cornelius. Has this spilled out anywhere else? Like what was happening aside this? Because Camille's obviously recently posted up posts myself, at it as well. What was happening behind the scenes then, if we're being very frank?
There was a moment that she did find out and that she did see pictures and she was aware of pictures from New York. So Cornelius texts me, and you can show the text.
Okay. Which one do you want me to show?
Those were the pictures from when we were in New York, and that was the weekend that her uncle passed.
Okay, yeah. Damn.
See it?
I have to go back up. Yeah, got it. Fantastic. It's in the green bubbles again. All right. I'm gonna have to kind of do this a bit different because there's a number and I don't want it to show. Okay. All right. There we go. Good. I don't want the number to show. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. Another one?
That's not it. It said you don't have it.
Oh, maybe I don't have it. Did I not read it? Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
Yeah.
That is the wrong one. Hold on.
It says, sorry.
I've definitely seen it. You might have sent it to me again.
You said send it to you again?
Yeah. Okay. I think my system would be... yeah, because I don't... I definitely saw it, but I don't have it on my system here. All righty.
Okay, here you go.
Cool, fantastic. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, cool. Thank you. I got it. All right. Here we go. The one that's Saturday, December 11th, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Here we go. All right. Ooh, Chile. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna just scoot it up so you can see it. There we go. Yeah. So let's text it. So this was. So it is a plan. Next is to go to a blog with those photos. Do you know her uncle passed away? That we went to NY, and this is adding salt to a room. Okay. So when the photos got sent to her, when you sent the photos to her,
that's when it was like, oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because at the time,
it was like that was bad, and I was like, I wouldn't want someone to know, obviously, that he lied to her in a time when she was grieving. So if that was your man, he should have been with you and been at home with you while you were grieving and not out of town. And this is something that he knew. You knew that she was going through something. You knew she just lost somebody, and you still willingly chose to go out of town. Like, if that was my man, and if it was a real man, he would have been with his woman. But a man gonna be where he want to be, and he was at obviously where he wanted to be. So that's where you see what Cornelius gave her to post on her page. I decided to apologize because now at this point, this is wrong. Whatever's been going on, whatever she's coming out to be revealed, it's obviously that Camille is being hurt in this situation. So if he's not going to take accountability, if he's not going to really fess up and tell her what was what, and that you did something like that by going out of town and going to New York when her uncle passed, I decided to send an apology.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So all this is happening. Okay. Oh, Chile. Okay. So bring us up to last bit of up to this modern day. Bring us back full circle then, because from that point we're now here, January 25th. So bring us up to up to date to now.
Up to date is now Friday night. The reunion came on. My girl hopped on a live. I knew she happened to be on the show. Got on her live. She opened it up. We were talking. I was telling her that I got my hair done, and she was like, "Did you watch the reunion?" And I was like, yeah, I watched that, and she was like, what you think? And then that's all that happened. This was not an exposure. This wasn't planned. That's why the conversation was not what it needed to be, because I didn't think I needed to go blow by blow by blow by blow about what happened. But here we are. Y'all got loopholes. She's a liar. She's the mistress. Y'all not even married. So if y'all, since she said she had
My bad.
no problem, because we good. You, Kojo, you and me, cool. We fine. If y'all want receipts and she got receipts, I got receipts too. So let's go.
All right. Okay. So let me ask a genuine question. I mean, where do you take accountability in this issue? Because as much as obviously he played you, and this is something that I always hold people to, as much as someone plays you, you know what I mean, there is obviously a part that you played in it. So if you're looking back at it now, what kind of accountability, or what responsibility do you take in terms of your role in this? Because
I just feel like if there's any just type of inkling of feeling like something's off, or this was a common way of meeting someone. You know what I'm saying? So based off of this is the first time I've talked to somebody who or wanted to deal with someone who was in this situation. I happened to meet him while the show was on. Mm-hmm. So looking back at a situation like this, I should not have entertained him at all. So that's looking back on this. But you live, you learn. I'm good. I'm okay. Women, we make mistakes too. But I just honestly think at the end of the day, this is just a situation where a dude got caught doing something that he wasn't supposed to do. And now he's trying to cover it up. Just like most dudes may do sometimes. I'm going to make sure that my girl don't know what I really be doing behind closed doors. And then now, even more that he's in a public situation, he's trying to clean it up even more. So it's just unfortunate. But it's my life. I have a right to talk about my life. And if I was on the live and we happen to get into conversation about an experience that I had, it's still something that happened to me.
Do you think you should have, especially the moment when he says, respect the boundaries of his relationship, that contact should have been cut off then?
Yes.
And you should have gone about your business?
Definitely.
Looking back on it now, why do you think you continued the conversation?
Probably a little bit of I know we was kicking in, we was cool. We was like friends. It was like that was still my friend. So yeah.
Okay. I hear you. Okay. All right. So we've brought the timeline to where it is. I think the only question that probably people might be asking is,
do you have any questions or I can't see anything.
Yeah, they will come up. I think the only kind of question really as well is around about how come it took you so long to realize the show is not fake? Because people are going to ask, well, you had Corey there, why didn't you ask them if the show is fake or not?
I didn't say the show was fake. I feel as though that their situation was fake.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So you're saying not that you thought the show was fake, but you thought their relationship was fake.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm hearing what you're saying. Okay, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And then they had NDAs and contracts and all this other stuff. Who's going to tell the truth?
Okay, I can take that. Yeah, I don't think I have any more questions. I don't think the audience have any more questions because I think I've read most of them and what I've already asked. Let me see. I'll ask the audience. You got any more questions? Have you got any questions? I'm gonna give you 2 minutes max, so we can get the questions. If there's any questions that actually really want to be asked. Someone said, "Where's Cornelius?" He's asleep somewhere. Who knows?
Somebody's asking, why is she doing this if she's not mad? Are they aware that she has tried to blast and put up text messages that are not in the line of the sequence? So now I have to come forth and explain where these text messages came from.
Okay. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? No. why were you
Somebody
okay with him playing
playing
Camille?
Camille. Let's go back to the beginning. He didn't play Camille because in the beginning he was making himself and portraying himself to be single. Was I okay with him playing Camille? That's between what he felt he wanted to do to her.
I get you.
You know.
So you're saying obviously at the time he because that's
You
what we
you're
showed. He
still
was
a grown
single.
person. You have your own decisions to make. You're still an adult. His decisions are still his decisions, not mine.
Has Camille contacted you personally?
Not personally, but I think it's definitely her. You know.
Oh, okay. So other people have contacted you. Them ones there.
What you mean?
I was saying. Oh, I was asking. Has Camille contacted you personally since his events have happened?
I believe she has been in my DMs. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think that's it. I don't think there's any more questions that are going to come out are going to be sensible. Okay. Someone asked, what did you learn from this experience? That's a good question. What did you learn from this experience?
I learned from this experience that we go through seasons of having to be tested, having to be trialed. And you don't know when you're going to be tested. You don't know when God is going to try to show you something about yourself. So I would just say this was a moment where God was like, all right, you got something that is not right. So let's clean this up. He put it in front of my face, showed me something that was in me that obviously I was not using discernment or using the wise choices. So now that I'm out of the situation, if I were to do the situation again, that doesn't show that you learn. Repeating the same mistake is insanity. So to me, this was my first, mistake or something that I should have made a better decision in. So, but it's okay. And all ladies who do it, who feel as though, you kind of fall or get tested or it's hard to, because this is public. So, if you're dealing with something behind closed doors with a guy and with a dude, all you got to do is get in prayer. All you got to do is remember who you are in God. All you have to remember is that no matter what anybody says about you, it's about what he feels about you. You can always get this right. You can always make your spirit right. You can always become a wife. You can always become a mother. There's nothing, no mistake, nothing can change the purpose and plan that God has for your life. So you can continue to build yourself. You can continue to build your business. You can continue to build your legacy. You can continue to raise your kids, even if you're a single mother. There is nothing that can stop the plan that God has for you. So if my purpose too on this platform is if I have an ear to anybody who is a faith of somebody who's a believer and I have their ear, I'm going to let you know God is first and foremost. Making and building a relationship with God so that he can fix you from the inside out. If you don't have God, how can you see these things? How can you fix things that are wrong in you? Continue to go into a church home, reading your Bible. As a woman out here, get in your Bible, girl. Don't have those weak moments. Maybe when we're in our flesh, when we're not spending enough time with God. I have been doing this stuff, red carpets, media, going here, going there. Would I say that I was as strong and dedicated in praying every day? Nah, I need to get back into my word. I need to get back before God. I need to get back into my worship. Because we do get sidetracked thinking that, oh yeah, and this my relationship life too. You got that part too. So you don't forget about, want to be a wife. I want to be a mom. You don't forget about that. So then that's when you start dating or that's when you start testing the waters. But God will bring you right back. Nah, girl, we was off. Let's get back here. Let's get our focus back. I go to Bowie State University. I'm studying for broadcast journalism. I have built and created in my own content creator for my own show, Press the T. I have built a platform already for myself. I don't need this. I'm not looking for love. I don't have that plastered on my forehead. I'm not thirsty. I'm not desperate. Obviously, people know how to come to me and say, hello, you're beautiful. How are you? Can I have your number? It's my choice how I want to go forward with that. But at the end of the day, God has me. God knows me. And anybody out there who wants that type of direction and same love, DM me. We could talk about it. Start a forum. Start a woman's empowerment, a real woman's empowerment. So that's all I have. Anybody who's saying this is clout, I don't know how you could talk about Jesus and want clout, but okay, praise the Lord.
That's true. Listen, I appreciate you coming on the platform. I know there's been powers that be trying to stop these interviews, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't production this time. But you know, I appreciate you coming on, and I know some people in the audience probably think, you know, take God out of this situation. But I'm gonna be very frank with you and be honest with you. Listen, guys, if you knew what sometimes I do in the dark, you wouldn't look at me the same way. So you know, I want to say that we all have moments and we all have seasons where we do things that, let's be honest, if someone exposed what I did in if someone exposed what I did in Ghana, let alone woo Jesus, thank you. I mean, like on a serious note, like if God exposed a lot of our lives in different aspects and different seasons, you know, we'd all be you know, in some trouble. And that's the same for Cornelius too. This is a season. Unfortunately, he's done something which is he shouldn't be doing. This is also a season that he's going through, and we have to also give him that grace too. He's gonna have to figure that out. All right, and that's the season that he's in too. So
and
honestly,
I just want to make sure that I say this because I say my side parts, and she mad, this, that, and third. I pray for Corey and Cornelius. I want them to prosper. I want them to have a kingdom marriage for real, because even though they've done this, you can still have your kingdom marriage. Like, who said that they can't be kingdom? Who said that they can't go off and get married still? You can do that. You just got to fix this. So I wish them the best. I pray that they actually become husband and wife. I pray that Camille becomes the wife that she needs to be. If now you see that these are certain things you shouldn't be doing. So, you know, go on, become a wife, have your children, and be happy. Because that's what I'm about to go do after I'm done with this. I'm about to go be happy. So prosper, I pray for them, and good luck.
I appreciate that. On that note, listen, audience members, you lot have come out strong. We came out 3,900 of you guys, new record. I'm just going to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Alex, for sharing your truth. I know it's taken a lot to get you to this point. Trust me, I know how hard it's been to get to this point. You know what I mean? The forces have been the same for me and yourself. So I appreciate you, you know, sticking true and sharing your truth. Audience members, listen, no matter what anyone says to you, listen.
Oh my God.
Can
I just let them know we did not have COVID. We were not to get COVID tested. We had to be there on Thursday. The show was on a Saturday. They told us at the door that we should have been there on a Thursday to get COVID tested. We did not have COVID. If you need me to show my vaccination card, I'm boosted, but no, I'm vaccinated
as well.
Yes. No, there was no COVID.
Okay. All right. Guys, listen, it's been amazing. It's been nice. We appreciate you a lot. You know what? The evidence has been presented. Make up your own minds from here on out. But listen, LBB does what LBB does. As always, I'm bringing you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Nothing more and nothing less. Like it, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you again very, very soon. We're back here on Wednesday for Aisha. Appreciate you guys. Love, peace and